is Joe Vinall, or Radio Joe 007, as you see me on Discord, WBD-Horns on Facebook, and we just received the latest HSS, that's the HornetSimShop HUD, or the non-projecting pre-printed HUD, heads-up display for his F-18 Hornet sim rig, and I've been waiting for this one for a couple weeks now. Steven does some great work, and I love how it's well packaged, proudly made in the USA. We got the Texas stamp here, of course, fragile, marked everywhere. You and I are opening this up for the first time, but I've received several things from Steven over the last 12 months, and everything I've received from him has been packaged impeccably. He is really proud of this gear, and as well he should. This is great stuff, and I am doing this video unrequested by Steven, but because I want to give him some great, basically, social media visualization. You see how this thing's packaged. He has bubble wrap in here, bubble wrap inside a bubble wrap, and then inside the bubble wrap, he's got his pieces so well packaged. You see here, we've got this extra paper packaging. I'm going to set this aside. And we have this packaged in here. And then as we find the opening here, we're going to unwrap this, and there's multiple levels. I love the black and red. I think he's a Falcons fan or a UGA fan. Either way, this is definitely Georgia colors. Maybe he did this for me. Maybe he did this because it's more like Christmas. Even though it's just after Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving weekend for us here in the United States. And as you see, I unpackaged this. We still have more fragile stickers in here as I get this unwrapped, and more bubble wrap. This thing is incredible. All right, we're going to get this thing unwrapped here. Very nicely done, and then I see this is actually a bubble wrap bag. I want to get my grubby fingerprints on anything. However, I have more tape than I need to rip. There we go. And let's get this. There we go. All right. All right, as you see here, we have a very nice, wow, fake collated lens here. Very nice. And of course, we have the reflective glass. We have some even bubble wrap in between that to make sure that that wasn't damaged in shipping, and this is very clear plexiglass with the double sights. This is going to go on top of the rig very nicely, and I'm going to put this aside here. All right, so now we are ready to place the HSS HUD on the system. Now you do that by simply taking off the 6 screws that were on the front. There were 6 thumb screws. I've since placed them on the seat there. You don't want to set them inside the box, because if you do, they might fall in and you might have a hard time getting those out without disassembling the whole thing. So you want to take those screws off. We have 2 pigtails on the back here, as you can see. Those pigtails are going to connect into the pigtails that stick out from the sides, and that's going to plug in the AOA indicator and of course the shoot and lock indicator. Well, we're going to connect those, and then I'm going to pass these 6 screws in through the 6 holes in back, and we're going to place the thumb screws. So now we have it installed, and the little screws, very actually easy to push through and screw in there. Those little thumb screws screw in rather nicely. You're going to need some nice small needle nose pliers to do that, and then you want to make sure that you get your connectors. As you can see here, we got the 2 wire connectors there passing through the back of the old HUD box and passing through and connecting there. And we're going to turn this on and test it out. Let's look at it. We've got everything on. We're in DCS. We are sitting on the runway, and I believe we're sitting in the runway in a rack. Let's just test the lights, shall we? You can see we have our shoot indicators, we have our AOA indicators. Everything is working perfectly as it should be. Well done, Steven and HornetSimShop. This looks fantastic. I can't wait to climb in and take a jump now that I have a live AOA indicator and a lock and shoot indicator. Steven, great job as always, brother. Great work. I love it. And you know I'm always going to buy everything you got. Keep them coming. Take care, folks. This is Radio Joe 007 signing off.